What's up everyone, Crush back here with another video, and it's been a hot minute since I've actually uploaded, so I'm gonna try and get a few done today and hopefully get some uploads out this summer, because I actually finished college, so I'm gonna have a little bit of time in between graduation and getting a full-time job, so why not use some of that time to make some videos, you know? So yeah, getting on with the story, I got quite an interesting story for y'all today. I'm not sure if anyone's ever had a coworker just like this before, but I'm sure everyone, or at least most people who've had a job, or at least understand that when you work a job, you're gonna be meeting different types of people at your job, whether it's like another employee or if it's just another person you interact with. Like some of the people that you could be interacting with could be like pretty cool, like let's say you or whatever, like they just want to get the job done and they can relate on your level. Or they're like Karens, they're super specific and they're so picky about everything, and if you get the slightest thing wrong, then they're just gonna bitch and complain and all that. Like, oh my god, you missed a spot on the damn table. Like, shut your bitch ass up, honestly. Like, I hate those people, but I'm sure everyone hates Karens. And then you get the weirdos, like the guy I'm gonna be talking about in this story. And just to protect this guy's privacy, I'm gonna call him Ray. Now, I actually mentioned Ray was actually the coworker I was working with during the Karen story, and I made him say he probably sounds pretty normal in that story. It's been a little while since I heard it, but if I remember correctly, I made him sound decently normal, and that's mainly just because the story wasn't about him. That was about the Karen at work. But in this story, I'm going to be going into more like details about this guy. So I actually met him the first day I started working, which was almost 3 years ago. It's pretty crazy that I've been working this job for 3 years. But anyway, going back on topic, he was pretty cool at first. Like, well, he was never uncool, but he was pretty cool. He like we started talking, making small talk and all that at our field job, you know, when we're managing the teams, and a little bit about this guy. He's all right. He is super strict about the rules. He kind of has a little bit of Karen in him, and the rules that he's like super strict about. It's weird because it's like an opposite. It's like a permanent opposite day with this guy because we have like some of the most stupid rules we gotta follow. Like the freaking kids and parents can't even bring coffee or whatever onto the field. Which don't ask me. Like the fucking plants will get too high on caffeine or some shit if like God forbid that they do that, but I don't care if they do that, honestly, and I'm pretty sure most like people, like most of the higher ups in my job don't care, but for some reason my coworker like he sets that as a priority. So every time someone brings something in, he's just like, you can't have that, and he's just like, you can't be in here and you gotta drink that outside the gate. And there's like a gate surrounding there's a gate and fence surrounding the field, so yeah, that's usually what he does. But with him, it's weird because after like a few weeks, I guess he decided that I was used to the job already after a few weeks, which this job's pretty easy, so it's pretty understandable. If you were working this job, after a few weeks, you definitely would get the hang of it. But with a normal job, never, like if you're a higher up or a coworker or whatever, never count on your employee being reliable after a few weeks because they're still new. But anyway, yeah, he's like real strict about those rules, but I guess the rules that he thinks don't matter are the actual rules that maybe you should give a shit about. Like, here's one that he does that maybe you kind of should care a little bit about, like leaving work early. Since he thinks I'm used to like the job now, he's just like, all right, well look, I'm gonna go out and get some food and all that, and I'll be back later. And I don't care, honestly, to be honest, because this is not a hard job. I definitely can handle it by myself. It's not like he's going home. He's just going out to get food or whatever. But I mean, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. But yeah, no, I don't care if you go out and get food and come back, because we're there sometimes for a little while because it's work, obviously. But here's the thing. This man comes back. Tell me why this man comes back and he has a whole bunch of Royal Farms with him. I'm not sure if anyone listening knows what Royal Farms is, but it's a pretty popular place in Maryland. He comes back with that, and then he's just like, hey man, look what else I brought, and then pulls out all this beer and whiskey and shit. And he's like, "You want to have a drink?" And I was 17 at the time, and obviously I'm not going to like drink it because number one, it's illegal for me to drink, and number two, now I'm not trying to be that dude that like doesn't is you know again, I'm new at the job, so why would I do something stupid like that? And you shouldn't do that, anything like that, honestly. But I'm just like, nah, dude, I'm cool. I don't want to do that. I'm new and I need this job for money, which is true. And he's just like, all right, well, more for me than me, and he has a weird way of talking too. That's kind of how he talks, and he just like he goes in his car, but he's not even that far away from the field. Everyone can see him. He just starts downing bottles in his fucking car. And I'm just like, dude, yo, what is this guy doing? And it's crazy because like if he's this confident doing this like when we're on this job on the clock, he's definitely done this before, which I don't know how he's gotten away with it because our boss would come by all the time and check up on us. But I guess he like knows the time he comes by or something like that. But that's just one example of some I mean, he's that type of guy, number one. And that's not like, I mean, that's obviously weird and you shouldn't be doing that, but there's other situations that put him on more of a god tier, like strange employee of the year type chart, you know? And let's talk about like his social interactions. Now, I kind of stuttered on that one, but his social interactions are where he really gets put on the big employee of the year awkward award or whatever the fuck, you know. And let me name an example of something that happened around the same time. So just a little background, a lot of our work, it actually involves like us interacting with people like around the field, like any other job, honestly. And this man has some very strange answers to like people's questions when people go up to him, or if like they break those little rules I mentioned before, like the coffee on the field rule. And this guy, so here's what happened. So this was like a couple weeks after he started drinking like all the beer and all that in the parking lot. And I don't know if he was drunk while this happened or just pure stupid. I'm gonna have to go with the stupid part, or maybe this guy's just so fucking smart and on a whole new level than us that we just can't comprehend why he did this next thing. We're just chilling, and then we see this, like, there's a game going on at our field, and we're just talking at the gate, you know, and having a good time. And then there's this one little black kid that's running to try and get into the field, and he has a Gatorade in his hands because I guess he's late for his practice or whatever. And I see the Gatorade, but I don't care. It's a stupid rule. Like, you can't have Gatorade on the field apparently, and don't ask me who makes this crap up. But I wasn't going to do anything. I wasn't going to stop this poor kid because as an athlete, I understand like the need for Gatorade. So by the time my coworker notices, he doesn't notice at first because he's like distracted, I guess talking to me or doing something else. He sees the kid with the Gatorade right when he runs in. And a normal person who would do something about like a little kid breaking a rule with a Gatorade bottle, as ridiculous as that sounds, they would at least be like, "Hey kid, you can't drink that up there. You're gonna have to leave it outside the gate, outside the field, because that's the rules, you know?" They would say something like this. Tell me why this man looks back and then starts yelling, "Hey, no colors allowed." He says that to the kid, and he's yelling that too. He's not even like casually saying, yo, you can't do that here, you know, in a normal voice, because the kid's a little kid. He's like an 8, 9 or 10-year-old, you know, and they don't run very fast, so that he didn't get very far past them. And he yells, and the kid's just confused and is like, what? But here's where he messed up. Here's where our friend messed up. The kid's parents were walking in, not with him, but like a little bit far behind him. And by the time my coworker yelled that, the dad heard everything and was practically right next to him. Yeah, right next to him. So I was about to witness probably a more embarrassment defeat than Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather when they were boxing, with this dad and my coworker. So after he yelled that, the black dad He immediately gets real mad, and he walks up to him, and he's just like, "Why you saying that? Why you saying no colors allowed?" And he's getting real mad at him. He's like, "Why you picking on my son for being black?" And my coworker's just like, "Hey man, no colors allowed," right to his face. And this guy, I don't know, this guy has to be doing this on purpose. Like, I'm thinking in my head, he's either crazy and stupid or he's doing this on purpose. And I can't make this shit up. And I'm just standing, like, at the side. I want no part of this, but I'm doing everything I can right now not to just burst out laughing, because this was honestly the funniest thing I ever saw at that very moment. And the dad just like, "Why are you picking on him for being black?" And he just keeps saying that. And my coworker's just like, "The Gatorade, it's the Gatorade that's not allowed, man. It's the Gatorade." And the dad's starting to realize, I guess, that this guy was talking about the Gatorade, but he's still like up in his face and is like real mad. He's like, "You sure it has nothing to do with the fact that we're black?" He's right up in his face yelling that, and I'm laughing my ass off and it doesn't help that it doesn't help that my coworker responds with, "No man, I'm talking about the Gatorade. This has nothing to do with color. Why would you say that?" And as if the freaking dad is like the one that's confusing the shit out of everyone. That's saying all the confusing shit that doesn't seem to understand what. Oh, that it's like the dad's in the wrong somehow to my coworker, which don't ask me why you thought that. And they're still talking and all that, and the guy's right up in his face, and I'm just thinking in my head, I'm just like, oh my god. I'm thinking a few things actually. I'm thinking, oh my god, this shit's hilarious. And then I'm thinking, oh my god, I might witness just someone getting the living shit beaten out of them on my first month here or something like that. And I'm not gonna lie, if he started beating his ass, I would probably definitely pull my phone out and start recording it. Nah, I don't know, maybe, I don't know what I do. But yeah, no, luckily it didn't escalate to that though, because the kid, the guy doesn't want to do that in front of his kid, you know, he doesn't want to set a bad example for his kid. So the guy wants my boss's number, and my coworker gives him his office number, and then they proceed to like just go and watch their son play Little League or whatever they were doing that day. I can't remember what sport was on the field. And I don't know if my coworker actually got in trouble for that. I mean, I know he didn't get fired because obviously he still works with me to this day. But if he... I mean, I wanna believe that my boss got that beautiful phone call. That beautiful phone call. Or he's just like, "Your employee said no colors allowed," like it's goddamn early 90s again. But I don't know what happened. Either something actually happened or didn't. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe my coworker's just not telling me that he got yelled at. But yeah, that's only one situation, real stupid situation that my coworker got himself in, and I wasn't really involved with this. I was more like the bystander that was about to witness a murder go down, except this would probably be the first one in history where the bystander's laughing at the guy getting killed. Yeah, no, I have a lot more stories on this guy. This guy's just a gold mine, honestly, and he's so much fun to work with. But yeah, that's the end of the story, honestly. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like or just do whatever you want, honestly. Let me know if you want more of these. And on that note, I will see you guys later. Take care.